Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back once again to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name's Mark Love, and today I got a really unique unit. I'm going to enjoy talking about it. Once in a while, we get a good older used one in that you can call a gem or say it's cherry or like new, whatever you want to say. But we've got a rare one today in that this is a 2016 Itasca Navion. Now, first of all, the name Itasca you can see on the front, this is the very last year they had it. In 2017, everything went back under the Winnebago umbrella, so they still make the Navion and the View. But back when they made both Itasca Navion and Winnebago View, the Navions were generally regarded as a little bit higher end interior, had a little nicer finish, even though they were basically the same product. So another thing I want to point out, this has only got shy under 24,000 miles, been garage kept, and on a 9, almost 10-year-old coach, you'd expect to walk around and find a scuff on a corner or a compartment door that doesn't shut right. I haven't found anything on this, so really a great older unit if you're looking for one of those. Now, I want to point out some things that are up on the roof on this one. They're not all standard features, and as you can see, starting at the front, that's got a hatch that's open. And that is a skylight option. It's actually quite large, big enough for somebody to climb up through it and, you know, shine deer or whatever you do at night. But that's a cool feature. You see the solar panel right there over the awning. Now, that was an aftermarket add-on that the previous customer did, and it's a good sized solar panel. I'm not exactly sure the specs, but looks like a 180 or 200 watt or bigger. And then in the middle, of course, we have our air conditioner. That's a heat pump, 15K air conditioner. And on the back, you can see your antennas. This has the Dish Network satellite on it. So a lot of nice extras for an older, great floor plan. Let's take a walk around the outside first. Obviously, we've got the full wall awning here, and just great to give you shade. If it's drizzling a little bit, you can see how it's angled. It'll run the water off. As we go down the passenger side here, let's take a look at some of the compartments. Winnebago does a really nice job, not only how they build their compartments, nicely finished. They've got a great bulb seal that seals tight, and they close quite easily. Here we've got our 3.6. This is an LP generator. Something about having a generator, you can push the button and it starts every time, is a mighty good feeling. Okay, because of the unique floor plan, this is the 24J, you get some storage up under the bed. This has got the corner bed layout, and you can access this from the inside also. And then we get one more back here. So you can see several smaller individual compartments on the passenger side. The driver's side has a bigger one that I'll show you here in a minute. Step around back, and it's always nice to have a unit with a ladder. Now, it'd be a pretty tall step for me, but I'd figure out somehow how to get up there. But you can put a rack up there, carry a turtle or kayaks or things like that. Always good to get up and check your roof a couple of times every year. This is on the Mercedes Sprinter chassis. With that, you get 5,000 pound towing. And you've got your 2-inch receiver right there, 7-way plug-in right there. Now, realistically, even though they're rated at 5,000, and this looks like it's never had a receiver in it, but in Colorado, when you're in the mountains, once you get up over 3,500, 4,000 pounds, you're starting to push this engine. You're going to labor a little bit and slow down as you're going up the hills, so be realistic about what you want to tow. Okay, let's step around the driver's side. This first compartment, it's got our 30 amp power cord and also our water bay in here. Now, I like this feature. Winnebago one of the few that puts access, so you can run your cord down, put it up. They also have some cable in there, I see, for their satellite or hookups. This water compartment is actually heated. There's an option for it. So you can see your dump valves, your black and gray, are in an enclosed heated part of the coach. Help keep them from freezing so you can use it longer. And then your freshwater drain, your low point drains, your outside shower, you can hook directly up to the city water, and then you can even power fill your tank from here. So one thing about these Sprinter chassis vehicles, they are a little lower, and you got to get down on your knees to access some of these, where the big diesels have taller compartments. But I wanted to stress just how much room you've got here in a 25-foot coach. So it's really, like I say, one of the gems. As we walk around, you can see the slide outs aren't dinged up. Your compartment doors don't appear to have a scratch on them. Over here we've got one of those large outside storage compartment that passes all the way through. So lawn chairs, camp tables, other longer items, even ladders if you're carrying a little giant or something like that. Okay, on the Mercedes chassis, the Sprinter, this is where you put your fuel in. So kind of nice whenever you've got your door locked, nobody can access your fuel. And then again, on a 2016, kind of a dated dash, but it's really very nice. They had the upgraded leather then. Everything's been taken care of. I've got the passenger seat spun around, so I'll show you that in just a second. Let's take a quick look under the hood. So this is the 3-liter V6 Mercedes Sprinter engine. It was their workhorse for years and years and years. UPS, Amazon Prime, every manufacturer of RVs builds on this platform, and you get two wheelbases, a 144 like the Rebel, and then the 170. So this is the 170 wheelbase, obviously, 25 feet, 6 inches overall. What is it? 325 foot-pounds of torque with 188 horsepower. And it seems to have more room in here than the newer ones do, which are a smaller engine. I like the fact they give you a place to hook your battery jumpers up if you need to. Got a negative terminal over here. Your chassis battery is actually kind of under the driver's feet, so it's hard to access. It's nice that they give you that access. And then your windshield wiper fluid, your power steering fluid, coolant, everything DEF right here, easy to reach. And this one has, I think it's 23,785 miles on it. Okay, and then one thing I will demonstrate quickly, let's take a look at this seat. And the reason I tell people, usually if you want to spin these around and not hassle with them, I will do it from outside quite often. So when you have your seat that you want to spin around and use it as part of the living room, generally you want to bring it as forward quite a ways. You might even need to straighten this back up, release it, and as it spins around, you kind of want to slide that back in the position it was in. There you go. You can even recline your back a little more. But I just find it very easy to do from the inside or from the outside rather than sitting in it and trying to spin it around. So just wanted to show you that. And the last thing as we get over here, we've got the great awning that I talked about. This is a motion censored awning. If it starts bouncing, it's going to sense that and shut itself up, so you don't have to worry about losing your awning. Why don't you go up and step up front? I wanted to leave the slide in to show you what it's like when you travel. So again, this is the 24J floor plan. You can see how much room you've got here with the slide in. If you need to pull over for the night and sleep, you can do it very easily. Plenty of room for guests in here. Let's swap places now, and I'm going to run the slide out. One thing for your slides to work on the Winnebagos: emergency brake set, ignition on, doesn't have to be running. And there we go. I can't stress how well kept this coach has been. I can't stress it enough. The leather is very nice, soft, no tears. They obviously kept it very clean. One of the things I really like about the 24J floor plan, at one point it was just a dinette. Well, when they added your pantry and your microwave to that slide and took the bathroom and brought the sink out here, it just opened up this room so much better. This slide used to be the longest slide in the Navion lineup. Now I think the 24D is a little bit longer. But let's take a look what we've got here for storage. And these are all open all the way through, so you can get longer items in there. And for those of you wondering, yes, this is a wrap. You would expect that on a coach of this level. But, you know, everything's still intact, looks really good. The U-shaped dinette, kind of like the feature that you can turn this once you have it opened up. If you want to set other table or other chairs around here, you can see getting 4, 5, 6 people around here quite easily. And this does convert down into a sleeper. One of the things that, I'm not going to make it a bed right now, but one of the things I like to point out is the storage under here. So if you look on all 3 of these benches, you have good underneath storage, and it's a simple lift up the cushion. Let's see, I'll turn my table, and I think I can get this one opened. Well, a little bit more. But anyway, you can see that's full storage all the way across. And you've got 3 or maybe 4 seat belts among here. You also have storage under this one. And then these at the end are little footrests. Maybe you have converted this down to a bed and are laying here watching TV at night. You got a nice little footrest there. They're really not made for sitting on, though. Across from the dinette table, we've got our kitchen. Now, this is our main TV. This does pull out, and you get some storage back here. They've got the video components right now up here. You can see your DirecTV rig. Of course, if you're going to use a satellite, you'll have to get your own service. But there is some nice storage there. Got another cabinet on this side. Now, one thing about getting some of the older ones, especially the Class Cs, you're going to run into more propane systems. So this has got the 2-burner propane stove. And you can tell these people that owned it had traveled a bit. You just find something to keep that. That's going to make noise as you go down the road if it rattles a little bit. Here we've got our dual stainless steel sink. This does have house filters, water filters. Nice stainless steel sink. And as far as tank capacity, this one actually has 32 gallons of fresh water. That's not a lot. If you're going to be camping off grid, you got to be sparing with that. But 32 on the fresh, 40 on the gray, and then it was also 32 on the black tank. Okay, underneath, just open storage down there. Over here we've got 3 rather large drawers. And then next to the oven, we've got our camp refrigerator. So this is going to run on propane and gas. We don't have, oh, excuse me. This is a 110, and it runs off your inverter. Okay, speaking of electronics, right up in this compartment, this is our main battery panel. Batteries, our tank levels. Can start our generator right here. We've got an electric heater and also the LP heater. LP valve that we want to open right there before we turn on anything. This is our inverter. So you do have a, I believe it's a 1200 watt inverter to run this refrigerator. Okay, this is the unique thing about the 24J floor plan sleeping. It's called the corner bed, corner bath setup. So this bed, you get, it's 80 long, which is nice, but only 54 wide. So it's more of a double bed. And if there's two of you, one has to climb over the other. That is one of the downfalls as opposed to the walk-around bed. But when you consider this as a 25-foot motorhome, and you're not giving up a lot of room to have a full bed that you can walk around, it gives you more room in your slide outs for your table, for your bathroom, for your kitchen. So I actually like this floor plan, and like I say, when they added this extra slide room here, it really opened it up nice. The other thing that I've always liked about the Sprinters is the amount of storage they've got back here. Now, you can see this is open all the way through. It goes all the way back. You could almost use that as a wardrobe area, and then in the back it goes all the way across there. Now, I feel like I have to say something. Do you notice the feathers? Kind of whimsical. The previous owner, I don't know, like birds or something, but did a little improving back here for their own peace of mind, I guess. But yeah, you've got a nice motif back here. Work with it. You also have a TV right here at the foot of the bed, and that does pull out and articulate. Heater and air conditioning controls. You've got your lights right here. Day-night shades throughout on all of the coaches, or on all of the windows. Let's move back up here. One thing I did forget to speak about, I meant to as I came in, is this right up here. You notice we've got our skylight, which is another option. Now, first of all, you can open that up. You've got day-night shades. Have a screen there to keep bugs out if you want to cool your coach that way. At night, you can close it off all the way. And then right here at the door is your switch. Yeah, I can't imagine not being up there looking at something at night with a big old flashlight. So that's a nice option. And then also, you notice there is the solar controller here. This is aftermarket solar. And again, I'm not sure what it is, but I think it's around a 200 watt panel there. As long as we're up front, we've got some nice storage. They opted not to go with the overhead bunk here. Makes it kind of nice when you're getting in and out of the cab area. Gives you some good extra storage. And then you also have a shade right there for your overhead skylight. I guess the only thing we haven't talked about is the bathroom yet. So sorry about the going back and forth here. It doesn't seem very organized. So once again, in 2014, 2015, something like that, they changed this floor plan. And part of the change was to bring the sink outside in this corner. And when they did that, you had your pantry. It wasn't in the slide, so it really closed off. So they made it bigger, brought this out here, and it gives you more room in the bathroom. You can imagine how tight this was. And all I'll say is there's ample room. You can get in here comfortably, sit down, stand in the shower. And like I say, I'm only about 5'8", so you can see how much room you've got. This is another extra wardrobe bar if you want to hang some clothes up there. But, you know, if you're over 6 foot, you can get in here and certainly take a shower. And like I say, with only 32 gallons of water, you're not showering a lot in this every day unless you're hooked up to city water somewhere at the park. But it's actually a very nice bathroom. I like this fixture right here, the way the door will squeegee itself as you're closing it. And then you do have a power fan up there. Over here in the sink area, you get a nice medicine cabinet, some storage underneath. This could be used for pantry, I suppose, if you want to put shelves in. It's got a bar up there to use as a wardrobe right now. And then your convection microwave oven. This is another thing that'll make noise as you go down the road, so take it out and put it in a drawer or someplace else when you're traveling. And I guess that is it. So once again, this is a 2016 Navion 24J, and just in beautiful condition. If you're looking for something that's going to run a long time for under $100,000, there aren't many of them that are this nice out there, in my opinion. So give me a call or text me if you want at 970-631-0083, or you can email me at mlove@transwest.com. Like always, friends, drive careful. Camping season's here. Happy trails, and I'll see you next week.